And that should be good. Alright everyone, welcome back to some more Oxygen Not Included, where just a bit earlier I kicked a spider and it's run off somewhere and I don't know where it went. Those two things are completely unrelated. It means it's a good intro, it means it's working. Also, it means this is still not working. So I have to completely renovate it. Oh, hello. Also, it's been like 4 weeks since my last recording, so I'm a little disorientated. I need to take this out. Don't know what this was for. That's just research, which is always useful. Speaking of which, do I have any research? Game. No, I do not. Do I need any research? Yes, I do. For what? I'm not sure, actually. That needs more research, but that's just expensive. Where else would I need research? I could get one of those running. Also, radioactive energy. That's a silly mistake. If you not learned it, it's a radioactive decay. When the metals break down into smaller pieces and release a lot of heat in the process. A lot of energy. Neutron radiation, fast neutrons. You gotta slow that with water. Slow neutrons, that just makes a reactor. I mean, you don't have to slow it. Just make it very aggressive. It's called a bomb. I know way too much about that stuff. Anyways, what kind of research am I looking at here? Radipulse decays so quick. Maybe that. Regardless, this needs to be redone. Because I realized that those don't actually radiate into space. Which, relative to what I'm doing here, is just ever so slightly, not great, mind you. So there should not be poke shells up here. Do I have space for a poke shell? I do have space for a poke shell. Will I have anything else for this stuff? No, I will not. So where do you think we should be putting poke shells? Honestly, not anywhere, to be completely fair. So I'll just choose this area and make this poke shell island. Oh. Whatever, I'll give them a little bit more space. I think they'd like when you do that as well. Poke shell land. Inside we'll put poke shells. But we won't really take care of them because they're violent. And violent sucks. Drop off. I thought I was still gonna see that weird little one. I know how the old models are, you know, ones we're used to, but to be completely honest, they did not look that good before, so it was better. And also, all of this is just kind of wasteful because I still don't have any sulfur. But hey, Mari here is doing great work. Oh wait, that got uprooted. Probably when I built. I don't know. Shame. At least I can connect those two things easier. Very precarious situation here where the natural gas can easily be leaked out because this liquid lock drains every time it's used. I should fix that, shouldn't I? And as long as this thing's running, it's fine. That's an if, after all. Does this even work? No, that does work. Just needs to be renovated. Actually, only at the top works. That's not supposed to be there. But yeah, I got a mod, as you should have seen in the beginning, which adds radiative tiles, which essentially allow for cooling without the actual downside of it having to be, well, it turns out this game still doesn't have space radiating, which sucks, but I got a mod to add it, so you know what, it's fine. Also, just cut off half that power grid, and I really should build that back, like, immediately. Yeah? Okay. I feel hungry, but I just had lunch. Pretty sure it's a lie. Okay, dupes. No, that's important. You need to build that. Immediately runs away. That needs to be fixed. Oh, so one radiator is not going to do anything. That should not be run through there then. How much is this? Not that bad. Whatever. It's fine. Anyways, back to the radiative tiles. This area here is going to need a whole bunch of them. Because they actually radiate into space. Real passive cooling, I know. I think the minimum's 20, but I don't know, and I don't want to find out the hard way. At the moment, those are just equalizing. These should help it vent. Although, I don't like the idea of the heat from the base hitting these. I don't think their overheat is too good. Which is funny, considering that's coming from within. Ooh, these are old. Goes to show how good I've been using the time here, yes? Where's overheat? I never find these things when I look for them. Guess we'll never know. Also, because it doesn't seem anyone has gotten the memo, I'm bumping up the priority. This is base cooling after all, it should probably be prioritized. The dupes are acting like there's something better to do. Yeah. Dupes, now. Move it. It's deteriorating. Thank you. And that will be safe in the water for now. Until I probably burn it. Guess I don't have to actually burn any oxalate. Whatever. Ooh, that's super warm for some reason. Probably because it's taking out space too. Ignore that. It's probably taking out. No! Bloody saw it. Probably because it's taking out this stuff, which means that should be firmly isolated. Because now everything's just heating up, isn't it? I did not think that far ahead, that things would not be firmly isolated. Just like firmly isolate all of that, thank you. Do it soon. Okay, well this has had the exact opposite effect. It's heat. It's increased in temperature. But hey, these should be decreasing yet. 60 and 50 out. That's It's It's really doing a lot, isn't it? It's almost like I need more. Come on, dupes, if we finish this whole array, we may. I know this is stretch actually fixed a cooling problem. So what are these made of? Steel and glass, and we have no steel because the other base is making steel. What is the other base doing? Hello? How warm is this? Oh, that's not good. The glass is single-handedly destroying my entire colony. I should look into a source of hydrogen. It's from water, from slugs. That's an interesting way to get hydrogen. A really interesting way would be if I didn't have to get something I don't have. So the only way I can really make hydrogen at the moment is electrolysis. Which sucks, because in this base I don't have electrolysis, I have rust. And last time I checked, chlorine and hydrogen are atomically different. And why are there farms? This base just keeps getting moist. The humidity in this base is just too high. I have no idea what's going on in here. 1 second it's fine, the next second it's very moist. Sopping wet as it is. This place is probably getting quite warm. Oh yeah. Actually no, it's fine. Unfortunately, just using this thing for a small period of time drastically increases the temperature of this biome. Whoa. And they just keep running it. Dupes, you do not need to run this glass. They're that starved of things to do. I don't believe you. This should be run. You don't have iron. I'll give you something to chew on. Make 20 iron. Unless they're out of iron ore, then I'll have to start belting some in. The other bases he's running lead. I don't need iron ore. I don't need iron ore. Iron ore. Okay, we have a lot of iron ore. I might start taking in refined iron at the same time, just to speed things up a little bit. Because I am completely out of iron. We have tons of lead though. And the other base has lead too. A lot of lead. Yes? Oh yeah, 7 tons, we're fine. Let me just send over all the iron I have. Which is about 4 tons. That should help. Refined metals. Iron. Where does this moisture keep coming from? It's not me. Promise. Visco gel here would be nice. As if I'll ever go get Visco gel. Not in any of these playthroughs, sorry to say. If I move this whole thing back by 1, I could boost this up by 1, would that even... No, that makes it worse. I think I'm starting to get enough plastic. I have like 7.5 tons. Speaking of which, you should be full. If you're not... What? Dupes, you need to put the plastic in here. We need plastic, dupes. Lower priority, move plastic. Let's get this ready for launch. Thanks, dupes. Change the destination, like here. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's one way to get research done. Anyways, he's gonna go lose his mind. I should start bringing him more oxygen, shouldn't I? Oh, I'm sure he's fine. When he starts screaming, the oxygen starts suffering, but it's fine. It's fine. Does that want to be made out of steel? Sure hope not. That's like the one thing we can't spare. What would be good? Lead probably would be fine. I mean, it doesn't seem to be getting warm. This is getting warm, but... Did I make it out of iron? Found out where the iron went. Hey dupes, something to do. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, we can't research if we don't have stuff. Probably wasted a little radiation. Big deal, because radiation is hard to make or collect. So I'll research there. Because I can. Getting glass would be good too, but whatever. Also, shouldn't rat bolts go for glass, considering radiation is just light? All light is radiation. Shtick. We're gonna talk about that, maybe? It's fine, also, yeah, this has been wasteful. Started using it, make something out of it. Didn't make any research. Oh no, this is increasing in pressure. Oh yeah, but that's a lot of CO2. That's what we like to see. And that's just flowing down here into the water, heating it up. We have a ton of water in this playthrough. Actually, if I really wanted to, I could probably pipe that water over here and use it for cooling and find a way to get rid of it. Just pour it somewhere else. I don't actually know what to do with it. Could build a cooling loop. I got one of the pipes installed. Wait, water should be getting pumped in though. Let's just like power. It's because the wires exploded. That makes sense. I mentioned that like it's actually something I can reasonably deal with. The steam guys are up here providing water. And that needs to be automated because, oh boy, we're getting a lot of that. Maybe don't actually fix that, dupes. As they just run in. I'm gonna go lower that threshold real quick. It's like one whole tank. I don't know. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret that. A farmer. So let's think about this logically, okay? This base is just good on food. We could actually take a farmer, honestly. We have plenty of food to be messed with. You know, I'm actually gonna get a new dupe. I know. This is actually the first dupe in forever, basically. Pretty much everything's already set up, I just need to go do the thing. Okay, your job is farming. That's it. That's all you do. Oh, you're a decorator. Yeah, tough luck, bud. Tough luck. Look, they're slow. Wow, they're really slow. I forgot to check their movement speed. -10. Please don't go anywhere but the farms. Whatever you do, I'm gonna have to encourage you to not do anything but farming. Because gosh forbid you literally can't. Wow, okay, yeah, Wow, you're bad at this. Just like spend all your time like only in the farms. Okay, look. I've seen this before. I've seen people miss the sink. It splashes. But they're gonna suffocate in this base. I didn't realize they had like -10 athletics. Do you want to go ahead and do farming? Oh no, you want to go to sleep. Well, guess what? It's morning. What were you? The bathroom lights are insane in here. It's fine. I should not have gotten a new dupe. You know, now I'm also thinking about it. That was like a really bad idea to get that one dupe. Oh, right, there's still one dupe here going absolutely insane, which is fine. Because at least one of you guys, aka Ren, is a farmer who's unemployed because I don't have any plants to farm. Yeah, that was a great idea. I could have brought Ruby over. Ruby's good at this stuff. Ruby would be perfect here. I mean, minus the grilling. The grilling's useless. I might have to undo that print. You know, Ren, you're really not going to serve much of a purpose in this base. I just realized I have a farmer in a base with no plants. For Ruby, who was actually originally for that base, go back home. You earned it. It's been long enough, the base is stable enough to actually need you back. Not thanks to Ren, he can't do anything here, but you know the rule. Ren, go back to the primary base. I know who that is. Yeah, get out. Welcome. Oh, and I guess you want to also leave. I mean, technically we're killing the original one, so is this ethical? Chili? Oh, I'm sure that's the biggest of your problems as you run for the power plant. See, Ren's fine. Ren knows exactly what to do here. Welcome to the new place, Ren, where your only job here is to farm. And for Lindsay, I have no idea. You aren't even in the farms. So I can find them pretty easily if I just look around and see someone not moving. Yeah, they're there. Lindsay, you're not good at this, are you? Ignore what I have selected. Just gonna do that preemptively. That's a lot of chlorine gas. Harold's fast. I mean, Lindsay is literally so slow, they beat themselves. Lindsay. You can't be doing this, Lindsay. I'm surprised they managed to get their hands on food. So I wonder what Ruby's up to. Probably sleeping. Ada, you must be enjoying that. Just a pool of ethanol as a liquid stabilizer, but whatever. Oh, the toilets are fine. Probably just... Oh, it's not Lindsay for once. I keep forgetting there's a liquid port here. It's flowing in wastewater. I've completely forgot there was a air and waterfall. What is going on? Oh no. It's occurred to me what I've done wrong. Oh. Now, how could have that broken? Because that's a very particular pipe to have bust. Ah. Fine, Lindsay, it wasn't your fault this time. If you could somehow manage to move and not be that, I won't actually get rid of you. Make your way to the farms, Lindsay. You know, considering how often, like how much I've done on this game, this piece has not been receiving any real attention. It's been fine. A little flask light bulb. You know, that makes it actually run better, right? You know, it actually feels great to watch this thing run and do a whole thing. Because normally it doesn't, but it doesn't matter because it's run out of rad bolts. Wow, how original! It's out of rad bolts again! Oh, was that made of copper ore? Well, it's made of lead now. Well, I mean, that thing's not much better for the temperature, but it takes a little bit of stress off. Nope, they're still trying to use it. Damn it, dupes. Lindsay, why are you never in the farms? Hey. Body temperature. That's not good. That's... Also, how's the corns area? Yeah, it's not good. Oh, these circuit boards are not pretty. There's oxygen down here. Probably just because that's where the oxygen production is. It's billowing out. Yeah, I'm realizing how bottlenecked this is. It's fine. No power. No one's been running on this wheel. It's fine. We probably have oxygen anyways. Dupes. Do I need to ask what's been going on in here? They're asleep, aren't they? Also, screen artifacts. It's always a good sign when that happens in this game. Wasn't there like this weird... Yeah. That's been here for a long time, hasn't it? Hmm. kinda don't really mind. Okay, thank you, dupes. Don't forget the power grid, because that's the one thing keeping that way sword running. I honestly thought that would be running when this was, or that would run when that wasn't able to run, but whatever. We're still producing copious amounts of plastic for some reason, even though the lab is already gone. Speaking of which... don't even know what I'm looking at here. It seems to be just unspecified rocket. Yep, he's still in here. I didn't realize he brought an oxygen mask with him. You were supposed to leave that on the home planet. It's not enough data, though. Abby, you're lowering productivity. You can go home, if not for a second. So I presumed it landed itself. I'll let him step out for a moment. He just wants to rest his feet. No, he just wants to do a different job. I guess, yeah, he is kind of the only one who can do that research here. Scalding? Oh, Lindsay's actually gonna get themselves killed. You know, I was joking about needing to, you know, kill him off. You know, Lindsay actually just killed themselves. Why are you even out here? No, dupes, don't rescue them. No. Wow, that is weird. Nuh-uh. Not doing this. We're not doing this. No. You're going back. We don't need them at the moment. Lindsay simply is a handicap for the entire colony. Sorry, Lindsay. Survival of the fittest. Grossman, what are you doing? Lindsay. I don't even know what that was. How did Lindsay even get out here? It doesn't even make any sense. There's, like, no incentive for Lindsay to get back here. Why is there an omelet here? There's like zero reason for an omelet to be here. No, now I'm curious. Why is there an omelet inside of the air, like, the mask area? Who thinks they're funny? I'm starting to get very mad about that. Is there a way I can fix it? No. That also wouldn't work. What would work? That would work. Can I put one there? Can I put one here? No. Here? No. That's not fun. Might have to just keep checking in on all that, because it's not generating very fast. I mean, what I could do is just ship it and then take it out from there. Do something like that, shipping on the top. Feels wasteful, but I can actually take that straight from like the hatch area. Speed of which I have a lot of. I'm starting to realize the dirts kind of uncap their growth. Making this like the most efficient farm I think I've ever seen. Or like the most crowded one. but they tend to dissipate pretty fast. Oh, for a moment there, did he already finish his research? How did you... Lindsay? Why are you dead in a pit? No, the dupes, they're gonna want closure, you know? So I'm sorry to have to ask, but you're actually just gonna have to be buried there. Okay, I know it's a little inconvenient, but like, your corpse is in an inconvenient location. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, which doesn't even make sense. I don't know how I can ask you to leave in this situation. But just know I need you to, whenever possible. No. That's not gonna be a fun one. But hey, we got research. Alright, so I took on a new dupe, immediately killed the new dupe. Because they went, I thought they were gonna die to CO2, honestly. Oh, is this ready for a new dupe? I hate these things. Okay, this dupe's fine. I mean, they just have strength. We got a new hauler. We did get a new dupe. Don't ask about the method, just know we did. And all you do is move things around. You're just a blank dupe. This bathroom is something else. That's what I unlock. Whoa. Neat looking. Oh, so I should probably end the video. I'm just having a bit of fun recording this. It's been 4 weeks. Let me have it. Oh right. Oh, I forgot that I was working on this. Oh, I forgot these are expensive. I need to go mining. Not even gonna bother and ask why. I'm just gonna accept it. It's lead, that's also lead, that's diamond. I could probably drill in there, I just don't want to waste the natural gas, you see. Gee, diamond seems to be a little bit on the limited side at the moment. Is there any in space? No? Shouldn't this also have a chance to produce seeds? You'd think it would. Also, I'm realizing we should be refocusing our research efforts. He seems to be having fun. And his stress is still going up somehow. I don't know what's causing it. Oh, it's probably just bloody warm in here, isn't it? Yeah, about that, I completely forgot what I was doing here. I have to make better things which are cheaper. What would be firmly reactive? I pretty much could start another video, and at this rate I'll actually be on pace. Also, when did I make ceramic? I missed my entire... I don't know why I would want that. Steel is firmly conductive, which is bad. Firmly reactive obsidian. Each one of these is basically a temperature shift. Keep it in mind. Is the output colder? Well, technically it's colder than the input. No, it's not. Sure. This, whatever. Perfect for running a sauna. If you insist. I want to believe this is actually working, but this bloody is so warm. It's going up. Failed. I failed out of research. Amari is about to go on a mental break. You're fine. Alright, I will leave it here now. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, why is the pipe here ruptured? Because it's warm, it's probably because it's warm. It's probably fine. I need to send out the researcher again. And I should consider dinner. Ruby seems to be doing well. I should get their skills shaken. Really? It's shaking time. Ruby, I think you got the wrong animation there. See, the funniest part to me about that... Oh, yeah, you lost it. The funny part is that technically... Oh, that... I haven't been using this. They're fine. But yeah, the funny thing is this is a lead soda fountain. And that's the animation for drinking the lead. They're fine, it's fine. Why does chlorine keep coming out of these? It just looks really stupid. You okay there, Ruby? I don't think you're using that machine properly. I don't think the machine's working properly either. Hey, Ruby, has their skills been shaken? You're now the one who runs. Congratulations. You run fast. That's all they do. So they run really fast. They also do building, I suppose? Is that one of their interests? No. Could be if I wanted it to be. Or I'll make them better rounded. Hey, 4444. So you know you get long form content from me. What happened to them? Mourning? What? Why are you mourning? Okay, that might actually be a bug here.
Someone died on another colony, and it seems to have affected all colonies, and they can't get here. Whatever, I'll leave that as the proper spot. No, wait, what? Dupes, where is the body? Don't tell me bugged out they're always gonna have that debuff, because it's a pretty strong debuff. Now these dupes seem to be fine. I mean, if the other base really needs a burial, can I just send it via post? It feels screwed up, but you know, that'll never get done. That could be run, but they're not doing it. But why? Now you will. Destroy the rad bolts.